Right before the second season of House of the Dragon premiered, George Martin shared an interesting blog post about how some screenwriters and producers approach adapting great stories. Everywhere you look, there are more screenwriters and producers eager to take great stories and make them their own. It doesn't seem to matter whether the source material was written by Stan Lee, Charles Dickens, or Tolkien. No matter how major a writer it is, no matter how great the book, there always seems to be someone on hand who thinks he can do better, eager to take the story and improve on it. The book is the book, the film is the film, they will tell you, as if they were saying something profound. They never make it better, though. 999 times out of 1,000, they make it worse. And as one might expect, this blog post sparked quite a bit of controversy. However, here we are, and after Season 2, Episode 6, I believe this blog post is indeed a shade towards the show's writers. In fact, Martin's recent blog post about dragons further proves that there are aspects of the show that he found quite problematic. In that blog post, Martin briefly wrote this: "My dragons are predators. They can hunt their own prey, but they are also territorial. You won't find dragons hunting the Riverlands or the Reach or the Vale. Fantasy needs to be grounded. If you ignore canon, the world you have created comes apart like tissue paper." This post, much like the first one, becomes even more meaningful with Episode 6. Because in that episode, Rhaena spots a riderless dragon hunting down in the Vale, which directly contradicts Martin's description of how his dragons should behave. I mean, as a writer myself, I'm not against deviations from source materials. Because we can all agree that adaptations often need to make changes for a lot of reasons: pacing, visual storytelling, or simply the practical constraints of television production. These are all normal things. But when these changes start to conflict with core elements of the world building or the characters, the story can quickly become chaotic. And like it or not, it can leave a sour taste in your mouth, much like the later seasons of Game of Thrones did. As viewers, we can only say whether we like them or not. But all that aside, what really bothers me is something George Martin himself hinted at: the deviations from the books, especially those undermine the lore and world building. Because for me, these aren't just innocent changes from the source material. In fact, they shake the very foundation of the world building. What I mean is, just think about Martin's blog post about dragons. If dragons were nomadic and anyone could claim them, they would have taken over half the world. Westeros wouldn't be the same. Every noble house would have dragons, and the whole power dynamic would be completely different. Just like a butterfly effect. Change one small detail, and the entire setting shifts. If you ignore that kind of build-up in a story, what you write just doesn't make sense. Or worse, you undermine your own lore.